Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chrystal Boykins, and it's an honor to be here today to kick off CityLab Baltimore and introduce a very special guest, Mike Bloomberg, the founder of Bloomberg LP, Bloomberg Philanthropies, and the 108th mayor of New York City. Today is a special day for me because in addition to being here with you all, just an hour ago I graduated from the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Program. And if someone told me that I'd graduate from a life-changing program, meet Lloyd Blankfein, Warren Buffett, and introduce Mike Bloomberg, I would have said, no way. You see, I'm a small business owner here in Baltimore. Along with my sister, Myra Boykins, we own Cuties on Duty, a customized apparel business located inside of the Avenue Market. Our goal is to help people to look good, but also to make them cute, confident, unique, tenacious, and empowered. It's surreal to think of how far we've come since we started our business, going door to door to nail and beauty salons, selling our products out of suitcases on the weekends. We've now gone from being consumers to producers in our community. And the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Business Program taught me how to manage as an entrepreneur and work on my business instead of in my business. But we also needed the program because we know our city needs us to be successful too. And this is what CityLab Baltimore is all about, helping to improve this great city and empower its residents. Baltimore City and small businesses are close to Mike Bloomberg's heart. He is an alumni of Johns Hopkins University here in Baltimore, and as we all know, he started a small business. I consider myself a proud beneficiary of all the great work Mike Bloomberg has committed himself and his business to. You see, he made the decision to co-invest with Goldman Sachs to bring 10,000 small businesses to Baltimore. And through Bloomberg Philanthropies, made the decision to have CityLab here in Baltimore, my home. Mike Bloomberg understands that the people in Baltimore have a commitment to where we come from, that we lift while we climb. He understands that for me and my sister, our business isn't just about sales and profits. It's about proving that you can come from our community and become a successful business owner and leader. Mike Bloomberg supports us and our goals to be positive examples of what Baltimore is and what we can grow to be. Like us, he wants people to see that if we can do it, they can do it too. We're from Baltimore. We sell here. We buy here. We hire here. There is good in my hood, and you're looking at a product of it. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you, Mike, for your relentless commitment to Baltimore and cities globally. It is now my great honor to invite to the podium founder and CEO of Bloomberg LP, Michael Bloomberg.
Chrystal, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. Congratulations, incidentally, on graduating from the program, and welcome to CityLab Baltimore. Nice round of applause for CityLab. It's great to be here with you all. I have a connection to Baltimore. I went to college here, not very far, at Johns Hopkins. I came here in 1960, before almost all of you were born. And for reasons nobody can figure out, in 1964, they did give me a degree. But my academic record, as I said earlier today, was I always made the top half of the class possible. I tell that joke, and then I wait to see how long it takes for you to do the math and see how it works. Anyways, you did okay. The university, seriously, is an important partner for Bloomberg Philanthropies. We work closely with them on many issues, especially on public health and government innovation. And whether it's a university, a foundation, a business, or a nonprofit, I've always believed that private organizations can help tackle some of the biggest challenges we have. And this morning, I think we saw a great example of that here in Baltimore. As Chrystal mentioned, I had the chance to join Mayor Pugh and graduates of Goldman Sachs' 10,000 Small Business Program. Our foundation has been a strong supporter of that program ever since Goldman Sachs created it many years ago. It provides entrepreneurs with an MBA-style crash course in growing their businesses, but most importantly, it also connects them with other people for loans and mentors and resources that they couldn't get on their own. And it really was great to hear some of the ideas that the graduates are bringing to life. I've been in their shoes, and I can tell you that starting a small business is not easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes some luck. There's no manual for success, but there are things that entrepreneurs can learn from each other and from experts in the field, which can really make a big difference. And that's why we've been a big supporter of the 10,000 Small Business Program. And I'm glad to say that this morning we announced a new $10 million partnership with Goldman Sachs to continue the program's good work here in Baltimore. Now, helping small businesses succeed is one of the most important things I think that we can do to help cities grow and to build a strong future for our country. Small businesses, as I'm sure you know, make up the majority of American jobs. They are the engines of innovation and new ideas. They are the backbone of thriving communities. And there's a lot that cities and mayors can do to help them grow. And most importantly, virtually all of our big businesses started as small businesses, and without the small businesses, it never would have happened. The reason cities are so important is that mayors can help cut red tape, they can help improve access to capital, invest in local infrastructure that attracts private investment, and help connect companies to qualified workers. And all of that is true. Cities are where people live. People need jobs. There's a natural connection between business and government, and I think it's really happening here in Baltimore, and I wanted to congratulate Mayor Pugh. She's only been on the job for something like a year, but she's been a pleasure to work with, and we just had a program in New York where, joint with the Harvard Business School and Harvard School for the Government, the Kennedy School, we brought professors down to New York, and we brought 40 mayors in from around the world to help give them management training, and Mayor Pugh was one of them. And she said that she really learned an awful lot of things that she could use in making this a better city, which she has been doing since the day she took office. Now, in Washington, they like to talk about helping small businesses, but cities are really where the action takes place and where Washington seems to not understand what it's all about. That's actually true, I think, on a whole range of issues, but I wanted to give you one important example. Over the last decade, the United States has led the world in reducing carbon emissions that are warming the planet, and that progress has been driven by cities, not by Washington. In fact, over time, Congress hasn't passed a single law taking aim at climate change. Meanwhile, mayors from across the country and from both parties have taken bold steps to reduce emissions and protect people from the impact of rising emissions in our environment. The reason why Washington's not done it but cities has is simple. Cities do what's in their own best interest, and the same steps that reduce carbon emissions also make cities better places to live, where people want to invest and businesses want to thrive. The air that you breathe today, the water that you drink today, the congestion that keeps you from going about your business and being healthier and more profitable today, those are all things that are really important long term. But if you don't want to worry about the long term, just worry about your kids today. When your kids go to the hospital with an asthma attack, we're doing something wrong here, and we've got to stop that, and that's where cities come in. And since President Trump announced his decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, more than 2,000 cities, counties, states, and businesses have reaffirmed their commitment to that agreement. Yes, they deserve around... And our foundation is leading an effort to measure their potential for reducing emissions and we'll submit it to the United Nations. We call this America's Pledge. The American government may be pulling out of the agreement, but the American people are still committed to its goals, and cities, I'm happy to say, are leading the way. This is our planet, this is our future, this is our life, and we've got to do something about it no matter what the politics are. And we're doing it, and Mayor Pugh is part of that. Now, our foundation is helping make many of these efforts doing them through the Global Compact Covenant of Mayors, which is a group of 7,500 cities, including Baltimore, I'm happy to say, that have committed to fighting climate change and to measure their progress transparently and consistently. When cities join forces and collaborate, they find partners who share their goals, and there's really no limit to what is possible. And as the dysfunction in Washington has grown worse, city leadership is all the more important. To support cities and accelerate their progress, our foundation recently announced a major expansion of our work in U.S. cities, and on all 5 of the main areas we focus on: government innovation, education, the arts, the environment, and public health. We call it the American Cities Initiative, and we've committed to invest $200 million over the next 3 years to help achieve 3 primary goals. First, giving mayors more resources and technical assistance to solve problems. Second, advancing local policies that can help make a big difference on critical issues. And third, empowering entrepreneurs, artists, and volunteers to become involved in the work of building their communities. And one of the ways the American Cities Initiative works with mayors is by deploying what we call innovation teams. And these are groups of dedicated staff that help mayors target priority issues by building partnerships across sectors and across city agencies, using data and experimenting with new solutions. And Baltimore is part of that work. And we're glad to be working with the mayor and also with the Center for Government Excellence at Johns Hopkins, which is helping cities find new ways to use data and to improve people's lives. Today is a chance to accelerate progress here in Baltimore and to help great ideas spread around the world. And I want to thank all of you for being part of that program. And I also want to thank our partners at the Atlantic and at the Aspen Institute for helping to bring us all together today. There are great speakers ahead, including the mayor of Albany, New York, Kathy Sheehan, whose city was a winner of our Art Foundation's Public Art Challenge, and which you'll hear more about today. We're also joined by some of the team from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, including the CEO, Paul Rothman of Hopkins Medicine, and Josh Sharenstein, who runs the Bloomberg American Health Initiative. That initiative is focusing on addressing growing health problems facing communities across America, from the opioid crisis to obesity to air pollution. These are preventable things, and we, with cities, can take the lead in fighting them. And there's so many important issues to work on. Getting guns out of the hands of people who shouldn't have them, stopping people from overdosing on heroin and fentanyl, making sure that they eat healthy and that they get medical treatments. There are a lot of things that we can do to help people make their own lives better, and we're committed to do that. So I wanted to thank all of you for helping us. Thank you for what you're doing to improve your lives and other people's lives and my family's lives. We're all in this together. Thank you very much.